Good evening and welcome to this Monday's SBC News. The Cabinet of Ministers has approved amendments made to the SI 148 regulations regarding investment opportunities. The regulation defines activities and sectors that are open for foreign investors and those reserved for Seychellois only. The Principal Secretary for Investment, Michael Nalitambi, has said that these amendments were made after the National Assembly annulled the regulation last year based on concerns that too many sectors are open for foreigners and the lack of provisions requiring foreigners to follow administrative procedures before the approval of their application.
We had a gap in terms of instruments to be used in considering applications for businesses, especially from non-Seychellois applications. So we had this gap which we had to work on and do the amendment according to the concerns that the National Assembly had raised. And we've done that and brought it back to the Cabinet of Ministers, which was then approved on Wednesday. Now we will work with the AG's office to have the regulations redone and published hopefully soon, within the next 2 weeks, so that we have then the instrument that will help us to do the treatment of applications with respect to non-Seychellois.
The National Assembly has unanimously approved the budget for the Ministry of Internal Affairs plus entities associated with it. The total budget is 700,558,000 rupees. The entities are the Disaster Risk Management Division, Department of Immigration and Civil Status, Department of Police, and the Seychelles Prison Service. Members of the National Assembly sought clarifications on the different expenses, in some cases asked if the budget is enough for them to discharge their responsibilities and what are the entities doing to reduce the cost of utilities. Work under the Ecosystem-Based Adaptation to Climate Change Project, or EBA, financed by the Adaptation Fund, is coming to an end. 7 areas around Mahé and Praslin were selected, and already there is evidence of the readaptation of the ecosystem. When our team was at Northeast Point, one of the 7 sites, the EBA team had already removed waste and other particles settled in the marsh that was carried through rivers and land erosion, and was extending the sides of the marsh to allow more water to flow freely. For the first time, the Adaptation Fund wanted to see the result of the project.
The Adaptation Fund has financed the Seychelles EBA project. It is implemented with the Ministry of Environment. And today this is a historical moment because they would like to see what are the interventions on the ground in the country. And they've decided to have this virtual portfolio mission because of the COVID-19. They could not come to the Seychelles in person. They are interacting with the ministry, with the project partners, with the beneficiaries to see how we have benefited from this adaptation financing and how they can help the government maybe upscale to a future project.
That's SBC News for now. A very good evening to you.